This is Howard Walensky for Skype, and I'm speaking with Burke Owens, who's the communications director for Bonny Doon Vineyards in Santa Cruz, California. And Burke, why don't you tell us a little bit about what goes on at Bonny Doon? What is it, and how does Skype fit in?
Sure, Howard. Nice to be with you. Bonny Doon Vineyard was founded in 1983. It is a little over 25 years old now, and it is a smallish winery that's focused on producing unusual grape varieties, grapes that we think of as the ugly duckling varietals, ones that don't get the respect that you might think they deserve from Napa or Sonoma or even Santa Barbara. So we're growing grapes like Albarino and Moscato Giallo, Nebbiolo, as well as Grenache and Syrah, Grenache Blanc, and Roussanne. We make Rhone-style wines, blends such as Le Cigare Volant that we've been producing since 1984. We also make a lovely biodynamic wine from our biodynamic vineyard in Monterey County, Albarino from the Ca del Solo vineyard, Muscat from the Ca del Solo vineyard, and Nebbiolo. So all told, we make about 30,000 cases of wine, much of which goes to our loyal wine club members, the Doon Club, also known as the Distinctive Esoteric Wine Network. And we find ourselves now at the cusp of a new era for Bonny Doon, as we've just purchased a new vineyard property in San Juan Bautista in San Benito County, about 45 minutes from the winery. And this is a beautiful site that's never been turned into vineyard before. It's always been for grazing land. But we're going to be planting anywhere from, let's see, about 60 to 100 acres of vineyard for grapes such as Pinot Noir, Grenache, Ruquet, Tannat, and an assortment of other unusual varieties. So we're quite excited about that. So small scale, high quality, biodynamically grown, and founded by Randall Graham, the winemaker, visionary, and president for life of Bonny Doon Vineyard.
And that's his official title, huh?
President for life? Yes, yes. He's the Fidel Castro of Santa Cruz.
Well, I guess better wine than cigars. Uh,
Yes, yes.
Although some people like them both. So how does Skype fit into this whole plan for world domination?
Well, Skype is a very effective tool for world domination, we have found. You know, one of the challenges that we have, as many other wineries in the marketplace do, I don't know if everyone out there is aware, but there are probably 7,000 wineries in the United States at this time, which is a huge expansion over the last 20 and 30 years. There used to be mostly California wineries and then one or two in the other states. Now, every state seems to have at least one. Some, such as Tennessee, have 75 wineries. Who'd have thought Tennessee could support 75 wineries, but somehow I guess they are. So there's a lot more competition, and that doesn't even take into account the wines being brought in from overseas, from France, from Italy, from Spain, from Australia, New Zealand, Chile, etc. So in order to really put our best face forward, and of course to do it in an effective way financially, we found Skype to be very effective at doing online tastings with our distributors and with our salespeople out in the field. We may not be able to make it to Michigan or South Dakota or Tennessee as often as we'd like in person to talk to our accounts and our distributors there, but with Skype we can speak to them in real time, taste the wines, and bring them up to date to what we're doing. So Skype is a great tool for our needs.
Now, your operation was actually featured on the Oprah Winfrey show. Where in the Skype are you? What I guess you probably broke some new ground there. Actually, new air there because you did a tasting in two countries. I guess four locations, and one of them in the air above California in an airplane. So how did that go?
Well, it actually went very well. Randall Graham, as I said, our founder and president for life, led the tasting from our tasting room, which is in Santa Cruz, right at the winery, the Bonny Doon Vineyard cellar door and cafe. And so he led a tasting of three different wines: our flagship Cigare Volant Red, our Albarino biodynamic white wine, crisp and dry and delicious, and then our dessert wine we make, which is called Le Vol des Anges, or dessert botrycized Roussanne. So he led the tasting with Oprah, but also with the president of Skype in London, as well as with the passengers, at least in the first class, for the I forget the name of the
Virgin Air.
Virgin America, flying from Seattle to Los Angeles. And it was great. It was so cool because people were tasting in real time. As Randall led them through the wines, they would respond, talk about the aroma, the color, the flavor, how good it would work with whatever food they particularly liked. So it was very enjoyable and quite different because it was, of course, much more consumer based than what we've done in the past with Skype.
Is it likely to catch on to have tastings like that? I mean, you have a club. I suppose you could reach out on Skype to people around the country if you wanted to. But want to get kind
Yes,
of want
yes.
actually want to get kind of messy if you start doing the spitting thing and you start spitting on your computer screen.
That could be pretty ugly if you started spitting on the computer screen. You're right. So we're going to try and avoid that by making sure everyone has official Bonny Doon spit cups when they're doing these tastings.